All right. We're back.
We're back.
Appreciate you for pressing that play button and checking in with us on
sir.
Sports Spit.
And ma'am.
Yes, sir. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Be Real Entertainment presents Sports Spit, and I'm your host, Jay Maurice, with my co-host,
Slick Victor Garner. What's up, man?
Hey, we coming to you from the Hall of Game, where we're giving you 360 degrees of game. For those that don't understand, that's game all way round. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, this is the first round, midway through. And Vic, go ahead and tell them how we gonna do this.
All right, now we got the insights. We got some discussion for you. We got one series in the books. We got one series wrapped up.
Right.
We've got 5 series as we speak right now. It's right now live. It's in the middle of the Cleveland and New York game. So we got 5 series currently at 2-1. We got one 3-1, and then we got one 3-0. So I think all these series will probably be wrapped up next week, depending on what happens with that Cleveland New York game. I think that might be the only series that'll go 7. And so, where do you want to start, man? We start in the East, West?
We can start in the East.
Okay, let's start in the East.
The Philly game, that's wrapped up.
Yeah.
They swept them. They swept Brooklyn. But it was a lot of shenanigans in that series, man. And I love Joel Embiid. He's my official, unofficial MVP. And
mine too.
I rocks with Joel Embiid, except for that move that he. I can understand where he's coming from with it,
right?
Because I wouldn't want no man stepping over top of me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Slinging ball juice.
Yeah, let's say what you gonna do with a man got his berries in your face.
But at the same time, man, you got to understand that you don't want to put your team in jeopardy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you gotta just take one on the chin. Sometime, I mean.
Oh, literally? I don't think you want them on your chin.
You gotta take one for the team. You gotta take one for the team, man. I mean, you don't want to put yourself in jeopardy and get potentially suspended for the next game or whatever, however they do. But the league is so hypocritical, Joel was not suspended, for the game.
Right.
When Nick Claxton stepped over top of him, and Joel, he threw a karate kick, kick to the midsection. You know what I'm saying? In the man region.
You're hypocritical.
In the no area.
You're hypocritical. Now, where is your hypocritical coming from? What do you feel like was hypocritical about what the league's decision to not suspend him for a game?
Because in previous years, say back in the day when the Warriors and Cleveland played, when LeBron stepped across Draymond, and rubbed his whole sack across the top of his head. You know what I'm saying?
A little embellishment.
That was not called for. Nah, man, he rubbed his whole sack on there, man.
Okay, well,
he dried the bottom of them off.
I was hoping that you brought this up because if we go back,
but hold on, Draymond didn't even connect. Draymond just threw like a. You know how you be when you was kids and you be light tapping like.
He speedballed him. He speedbagged him.
Yeah, but he didn't even connect. And he got throughout the game, and he got the next game he got suspended, and that turned the whole series. That's how LeBron got that championship. Well, it was bogus, but he got it. It's cool.
Now, but when you go back though, if you go back and we look it up, Draymond wasn't suspended for the actual ball punch. He was suspended because he had exceeded a flagrant limit in that playoffs or the technicals. It was a technicals.
No.
Look it up, man. It was it was like a technicals. It was like either the technicals or flagrants, and that was just another one. But that one caused him to get suspended for a game.
Hey Siri. Alexa. Oh, that's Alexa.
Wrong
My
bitch.
bad. Alexa. Did Draymond get suspended from the finals because of excessive technical fouls?
From MusicToday.com, Draymond Green was suspended for Game 5 of the NBA Finals Based on a rule that any player who accumulates 4 flagrant foul points over the course of the playoffs will be automatically suspended for 1 game.
So
Okay.
so it was a flagrant. He had just committed. That was his 4th flagrant of that playoffs, and that was just he did it in the finals, and he got that 4th flagrant, and he knew he was at that limit. He knew that. I mean, maybe he didn't know it in the moment, but he knew he had 3 already, and so that 4th one put him over the limit, and it cost him a game. So it wasn't the act of actually what he did. It was.
Well, my thing is he didn't even make contact.
Oh, well, I mean, but he tried to make contact.
Man, come on, man. Come on.
I mean, what if you swing at somebody? You don't think they get suspended for you? If somebody swing at somebody and they didn't connect,
it wasn't even a punch though. I mean, it was.
Well, I'm just saying. But it was
like a get off of me. You know what I'm saying, man? Gone. Right. You know what I mean? Like,
and I mean, but while we're talking about Draymond also got suspended in this playoffs.
Yeah, but we ain't on the West right now.
Yeah,
we still on the East. So we gonna stay on track, and we on the East.
Okay.
But Philly did their thing, man. I didn't really expect the Nets to
put up much of a fight.
Not really.
And they didn't. They really didn't. I thought they might have been able to get 1 game.
Yeah.
But it's a sweep. Nobody's surprised. I don't think anybody suspected Brooklyn to be real competitive in the series, but I thought they might, be able to win a game at home, which they didn't. But they've got a long way to go anyway. They got a lot of team building. They've got definitely a solid piece.
They got a couple solid pieces.
Yeah, they got some pieces, but
they just need that 1 star.
Yeah, and to get rid of dumpster juice.
He didn't even play.
Yeah, as he shouldn't.
He didn't even play. I was like, where's Ben Simmons at?
On the bench?
I ain't even see him on the bench. Did you see him on the bench?
Was he hanging out with female rappers again?
Man, I don't know. Like, wow. Dude done went from first to worst.
Right. Well, I think we've already spent too much time talking about the Brooklyn Nets and the Philly Sixers. Okay. But that series is over. So let's go ahead and
sweet.
Yep. Let's go ahead and talk about who they potentially play next round, which in all actuality looks like it'd be Boston Celtics pretty easily.
Yeah.
So what do you think about that series so far? They're 3-1 or 2-1. Oh, sorry, they're 2-1. Right. This game's in Atlanta. You give Atlanta a chance to even it up?
I wouldn't mind seeing Atlanta take them to 7 games, but I don't think they will. I think that was the 1 win that they was gonna get.
Yeah, 7 games is pretty ambitious as far as they go. The game 3 was the only game that was even close.
Yeah.
If they can't win in Boston, 2 of the next 3 gonna be in Boston. So, yeah, I think it's over. I don't think they win another game. I think they got their 1 game. I think they showed up and got their pride win.
Mm-hmm.
And now I think it's time to go ahead and go on vacation, man.
1, 2, 3, Cancun.
Cancun.
Yeah. Okay. The next series is that New York Cleveland series. They playing right now as we speak.
Playing right now.
Siri. Oh, damn, I keep calling her Siri.
Yeah.
Alexa. What's the score in that New York Cleveland playoff game?
On August 22nd, 2019, the New York Mets beat the Cleveland Guardians.
All right, well, I'll tell you.
Sometime our other co-hosts be kind of playing.
All right, so right now, it's in 3 quarters in. New York is up by 2, 73-71.
Now, they was just up when we started the podcast at halftime. Mm-hmm. They was just up 9 points.
Yep, now Cleveland's fought all the way back up to, they're down 2. They're down 2-1 in the series, so this either puts New York up 3-1 or evens the series up.
I feel like it's going to be even. Plus, especially because I picked Cleveland.
Okay.
So, this is just what they do. But what I've been seeing out of Cleveland Cavaliers is their big men ain't being big men. They ain't playing big man. Mobley's not being how he is. And what's the other guy name?
Jared
Allen. They had like at halftime, they had like combined like 5 rebounds. You know what I'm saying? They ain't making their presence felt as they should and how they've been making their presence felt in the whole playoffs. I mean, the whole regular season.
Right. Well, right now Mobley's got 12-6, and Allen's got 10-4. So they're showing up decently tonight.
Yeah. Well, they didn't have that at the halftime.
Well, but
second
now,
half.
now
Second half they coming on.
Yeah, now they're starting to show up. Jalen Brunson is leading the Knicks. He's got 21, leading the effort. Barrett's got 16. What are your views on this series? How do you still see Cleveland winning the seven?
I still got Cleveland winning, but that boy Jalen Brunson, he proven himself, man. I mean, and this is how you make your name in the NBA. You don't really make your name in the NBA season wise. You make your name in the NBA as far as being a superstar or being a star in the playoffs.
Right.
You know, that's when you make the name for yourself.
Agreed.
And Jalen Brunson is doing that.
Mm-hmm.
He playing like Mark Cuban. Whoever advised him not to sign or keep Jalen Brunson or do what he needed to do to keep Jalen Brunson, he needed to fire him. You know what I'm saying? It probably was him. He probably did it. He need to fire himself.
Right. Yeah.
Remove yourself, player.
I mean, they made him an offer, and it just wasn't a good offer.
They knew that offer was a low ball offer.
Yeah, and so
when business, they gonna give you a low ball just to see if you're gonna bite.
And I think it's somebody that's related to Jalen Brunson.
His dad.
It's his dad. Okay, his dad is in the front office of the New York Knicks.
Yeah.
And they say, he said, fine, he'll go play for his dad. He'll get all the money.
I don't know if he's in the front office, but I think he's a coach or something.
Yeah, I mean okay. Well, he's got family in that New York Knicks organization,
right? And
they gonna take care of him, and they did.
Yeah.
And so, and honestly,
and it proved well for him.
Yeah, honestly, his probably a steal of a contract. People probably thought he got overpaid when he signed it in the summer, but now it's looking like they gladly pay him that contract.
And when he played against us, the Warriors, man, I mean, he was balling. Mm-hmm. He was balling. Him and Luka together was balling, and Luka ain't been able to figure, or him and Kyrie ain't been able to get on the same page like Brunson and Luka.
Right. Well, they got Josh Hart in there, and Josh Hart plays defense. He's willing to play defense on whoever the best perimeter player is out there, and with Luka and Kyrie, you don't have that.
Right.
I mean,
the one of them want to play defense.
They both DHs out there. They both designated hitters, man. All they play is offense.
Right.
So, I don't know. I think that's just a failed experiment, man. I think they just need to let Kyrie go ahead and walk as a free agent, and take that cap space and see what else you can bring to try to help build a team around Luka. But as far as this New York Knicks series goes, I think so far the Knicks have just been the tougher team.
They have.
And so I think that's the difference, because I think Cleveland's a more talented team, but I think New York's a tougher team, and right now, that's winning out. Just tougher players.
Well, that's we gotta see how this game goes.
I'm saying
we can really say that
from the 3 games in, I'm seeing New York's has been a tougher team. So we'll see how the rest of the series plays out. I mean, that could shift. Cleveland can figure some things out offensively, because they've had the clamps on Garland. Like, Garland ain't been getting off.
Man, Garland, the last game, he missed like his first 7 shots. Granted, like all of them, maybe 6 of them was 3-pointers, but he was just missing his shot. He had good looks. He was just missing for some reason. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if his head was in the game or what, but he gonna come along. He gonna come along.
I hope so. He's having a decent game tonight. I mean, they're also in Cleveland, so we'll see if that travels when they head back to NY for Game 5.
Nah, they're in New York right now.
Oh, that's right. Because
Cleveland's the higher seed.
Cleveland's got the higher seed. Right. You're right.
They're in New York.
Okay, well,
as I seen Spike Lee,
mm-hmm.
Tracy Morgan.
Well, they gotta figure out a way to get this one, because I don't like their odds if they go down 3-1. I mean, it's still better to have that Game 7 at home though. But I still think it's going 7, but I mean, based off what happens in this fourth quarter, determines if they go 7 or not. Because if New York wins this game tonight or this afternoon, I don't think it's going 7.
It'll be bad.
Yeah,
it'll definitely be bad. Okay.
All right. Well, last series in the East, the Bucks and the Heat, and look who took them cookies.
I told you, but you know, Ferris is saying
that's a big butt. Yeah, that's like
ain't in the game.
That's a Chloe Bailey butt. That's a.
She got a big booty.
Yeah, she got a big booty. Yeah. Yeah. I can't think of somebody with a bigger butt, so I'm just
Okay, but Giannis didn't play the last game.
He didn't play the last 2 games.
The last 2 games. They won the first one, right?
No, they lost the first one.
They lost the first one.
But they won the second one without him, where he didn't play a single. But I mean, and Milwaukee beat him by like 20 points. They blew him out in the game too. And they went home and got beat on their home court.
Yeah, and I've been saying Miami's defense has finally showed up.
About time.
You know, I've been saying it though, like if they travel with their defense, they will be reputable.
Yeah, I mean,
but they've done better than I thought that they would do in this series.
I mean, but they've been like offensively challenged like all year. I mean, not only has their defense been bad, but their offense hasn't really been good either.
And Tyler Hero broke his hand.
And Victor Oladipo tore his patella.
Yeah,
so now
their bench is gonna be thin.
Yeah, like non-existent. Like,
well, if they got that mentality, like next man up, and he step up and actually show up, they could play. Just be defensive minded. Get easy buckets. Yeah. But they benches gonna be thin.
Yeah. I mean, maybe they gonna probably have to play Duncan Robinson now. He was a liability. They didn't want to play him all year because he's a turnstile on defense. So he's really a net negative, even though he can shoot and space the floor. He's a net negative because, he can't guard his man. So we'll see. I mean, Milwaukee still got Giannis down. Maybe they bring Giannis back for Game 4. I haven't heard anything. We'll see. But I think even if Miami goes up 3-1, if Giannis can play in Game 5, 6 and 7, they can still win the series.
Hold on, let's ask our other co-host. Hey Alexa, will Giannis play in the next game?
From audioburst.com, he will not return with a right ankle sprain, the exact same ankle that he injured in Game 3.
Okay, you heard it from our other co-host.
All right.
So, Giannis won't play.
I don't know who they talking about. Giannis didn't play in Game 3, but and he didn't hurt his ankle either. So our co-host, man, I think she 0 for 2, 0 for 3.
No,
she got one of them. She got one of them, right? She got one of them, right?
She probably was wrong with that one too.
She was wrong with that one too. Well, she was talking about Draymond on that one.
Yeah.
So she 1 for 2. She batting 33%. So how do you feel about that series? You think if Giannis can't come back, what do you think?
If Giannis can't come back, it's gonna go 7 games.
And what does that mean? Does that mean Miami beats him, or you still think Milwaukee can beat him without Giannis?
I think if I was to put some money on it, I would say Milwaukee would beat him.
Still win the series without him?
Still win the series without him.
Okay. Now, what do you think going forward? You think you thinking Milwaukee's probably a write-off?
If Giannis ain't playing at 100%, I mean, if he ain't back and playing 100%, I don't think they'd be able to beat Boston.
Now, next series will be Cleveland or New York for them.
I
You think they can beat them?
I think that they'll be able to. I think they'll be able to beat
with
Cleveland or
a compromised Giannis.
Yeah.
With a maybe 70% Giannis, let's say.
Yeah. Okay. But they won't get past Boston.
Yeah. I agreed.
Giannis got to be 100%.
He definitely got to be 100%. So I don't know, man. I mean, I think, me personally, I think they probably, depending on what happens in this game, they need to bring Giannis back. If Miami goes up 3-1, you got to bring Giannis back, or just say forget it and play for next year.
Not if he hurts. You don't want to put your superstar.
That's what I'm saying. Well, that's what I'm saying. If it's too bad, then then just forget about it.
Because if he hurts something else,
it don't mean nothing for him to beat Miami in the first round if they can't do nothing moving forward. I mean, because their championship or bust. It don't matter what round they lose in.
Right.
They a title contender. So if they don't win the title, it's a failure.
Right.
For them this season and the previous season. So I think that you try to skate along without Giannis as long as you can, and you only bring him back when you're facing elimination. And I say if they can get past Miami this round without him, then I even say you punt the first 2 games at home. Not punt, but keep Giannis out and try to beat them 4 out of 6 or something.
Okay.
And or 4 out of 5 if you have to. Because if you don't have a healthy Giannis, it won't matter anyway.
Right.
Because beating New York and Cleveland don't mean nothing when you got to play Boston. You're gonna lose Boston. If you lose to Boston in 5, it don't matter no way.
Exactly.
All right. Well,
let's go on ahead.
Go out west. Yes, sir.
Where you want to start?
Oh man, it's been a wonderland out west.
Where you want to start?
Let's start with your boys.
Who's boys?
The Golden State Warriors and the Sacramento Kings.
Yes, sir. Yes,
oh
sir.
Man, so this series, it's been crazy. Sacramento got off with the first 2 wins.
That's because we still
looking really good.
Our road play yet. We still ain't unlocked.
I think they play. I think they play good.
Well.
Yeah, they play good in both games. They play good in both games.
But if we didn't win, see, we champions, and playing good, that's good, but that ain't what we strive for. We strive for wins,
right?
And if we didn't win, we didn't play good. We don't take a secondary mortal or victories like that.
Moral victories and silver linings.
Yeah. We ain't about that.
I
mean, we win, yes or no.
Right.
And we didn't, even though we played well. But Draymond is back.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about Draymond.
What you want to talk about?
So, did you see the stomp?
Yeah, I seen this. I seen this Bay Area stomp. Yeah. Hey, man, dude grabbed his foot. What you want? Where you want him to come down at? Now, I'm kind of sorry at Draymond because he put himself ahead of his team. In doing that. I understand that. He didn't have to stomp on him like that.
No,
he was frustrated with him.
Definitely did.
And then it's not even just that. It's like what he did after. He did that when the referees were, checking to see if it was a flagrant or 1 or 2 or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So he doing too much. Like, just chill, bro. Don't do that. Don't try to rile the crowd.
Yeah, but he doubled down. He doubled down on it after he did it. Like, calling the crowd vaginas and stuff.
Yeah, man. I mean, come on, man. You got to think about the team, Dre. I'm with you. You my cat.
And the commissioner was in the building.
You just can't do certain stuff, and then you definitely can't do certain stuff because they're gonna call you a repeat offender, And
that's why he got suspended. They said he got suspended in part due to his history.
Right. So you gotta play them like, and the referees like they the police out here. And you getting stopped at nighttime. You just gotta chill, relax, and don't cause no scene.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you can make it to the next. You can make it home, or you can make it to the next game. You know what I'm saying? Because you play with these police like that, man, you ain't even gonna make it home. And you know, you just got to play it like that.
And Sabonis has been trying to. He's been irritating them the whole series.
But
Sabonis
has been getting outplayed by Kevon Looney. Loon been housing him. You know, he been. Hey, Sabonis ain't been looking like that. Sabonis for the rest of the beginning of the season.
He had a good game too.
That's okay. Out of 3 games, he had 1 good game. Yeah. But Loon still been playing him. He ain't been getting no bounds. Kevon Looney had like 20 rebounds the last game. 20. Okay. 9 of them was offensive. You know, Loon probably ain't gonna get a whole bunch of points.
Yeah, definitely not.
But
definitely not.
He still contained him, and that's what we need Loon to do.
Yeah, but the best player in the series has been De'Aaron Fox, surprisingly enough.
Don't say that.
He knew. He had
38. He had
38 first game.
He had a good game. Yeah, he had a good game.
And then he took over down the stretch of game 2. Like he scored buckets late to secure the win in game 2.
Okay.
And then game 3, that was the Steph game. So he's got Steph's 2 games to 1.
Steph had a good game. I mean, the team got him 2 games to 1, but Steph had 2 good games.
Yeah.
In the second game, he scored 28 points.
Yeah.
The first game, he scored 30 points. Then he scored 28 points. Then he scored 36 points.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, Steph is doing what he do.
Yeah, I mean,
you know, De'Aaron has come out and he has made a name for himself in the playoffs as Jalen Brunson. Yeah. So he letting it know that he's one of them guys. And, you know, I can respect him for that. But he ain't the best player out there, you know. He had a game and a half where it was all right. He was all right. You know, he was good and then he was all right. But Steph is consistent giving him work, you know what I'm saying? Even though they sticking that young boy on him. What's his name? Mitchell?
Yeah, Davion Mitchell.
Yeah, they sticking that young boy on him. But he lighting him up. He treating him like a Christmas tree. You know what I'm saying? He giving him that Christmas tree work.
I mean, it's just that over the first 3 games, De'Aaron Fox hasn't. Well, other than game 1, De'Aaron Fox hasn't had to carry the load like that. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's got to be, you know, the primary scorer that he is.
Hold on. That boy Monk played too.
Oh yeah,
he showed up in game 1 and in game 2 too. But he ain't do nothing in game 3.
Yeah, he had 4 points in game 3.
Yeah.
1 for 9 shooting, 0 for 4 from 3. Yeah, so he struggled. He struggled in Oakland, you know, and you know, kind of
San Francisco.
Oh, I'm sorry, in San Francisco, yeah. They moved from Oakland. And you know, we know historically that road players typically don't play great on the road. He's kind of like a 6-man type of guy, though. You know, so you'd like to see him play, you know, consistent on the road at least, but he didn't have a good game in game 3. We'll see what happens tonight.
They play next. They play after the New York game.
Yes, sir. So So what are your predictions for tonight? They even it up tonight?
Come on, man. What? This guy, man.
I mean, I know what you're gonna say, but we need
man, come on,
the
y'all,
audience.
Y'all
man.
should know what I'm finna say. What
you finna say?
We finna win. We finna get that win tonight.
Okay.
And then we gonna get a road win.
In game 5?
Yeah.
Or game?
Game 5.
Okay.
We gonna get a road win. Cause we was close, but no cigar.
Okay.
You know, but we gonna get that road win. But we gonna definitely win this afternoon.
I say if Golden State's gonna beat them, they definitely need to win these next 2. I still don't like Game 7 in Sacramento.
Me neither.
So if they're gonna win the series, they need to win the next 2, which is tonight, and then they need to win the game in Sacramento.
Then come back home
and take care of business.
And
so they really need to win the next 3 straight.
Yeah.
But if they're a championship team still,
championship teams do that. That's what
they
they're capable of doing.
Even though this is a number 3, this is number 3 seed. That's yeah. And so we'll see if they can do it, man. I still got the Kings in 7, so we'll see. I do think Golden State evens it up tonight, though. I think Golden State evens it up tonight, and then I say Sacramento wins at home again, can continue the road woes of Golden State, and I think everybody wins their home games all the way out. That's how I see it going.
That ain't happening.
I don't think nobody gets a road win in this series. Because both teams are great at home, and we'll see. So we'll see what happens.
We got to let them know that the gold in one center stands for Golden State. Yes. Yeah. Okay. What about that Denver Nuggets game?
Denver Nuggets. Yep. Denver Nuggets and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And you got a lot to say about this one. Come on, man.
Oh, I just think Karl Anthony Towns is a fraud, man. I think he's fraudulent.
Oh my goodness.
He counterfeit money. You can't. He fake.
Oh,
you can't
count on $3 bill.
$3 bill.
Nah.
$9 bill. He fraudulent, man. He actually played good his last game. He had 27 points, 10 rebounds. He played good at home.
That's good, yeah.
They still lost. But, you know.
I mean, but if you're putting up 27 and 10.
The role players are supposed to, you know, play better at home. The star players, they supposed to track. They ain't supposed to travel. Like, Ant been averaging 31 the whole series.
But he had an off game. A couple of them games. No, he couldn't have averaged 31 the whole game because he had like at least 2 off games.
Let's see.
Which game was that? Was that 1 or 2 that he had an off game in?
Game 1 he had 18.
Off.
Yeah, that's not what the end you want to see. 41 in game 2.
Okay.
So they got that average up. Uh-oh. And then game 3, we're looking at that's the wrong team. 36. So 18, 41, and 36.
Okay. So that was one. But they lost 2 of them games though.
They lost all them
games. All three of them.
They down 3-0. They going to the crib, man.
1, 2, 3, Cancun.
Cancun. That's it, man. That's it. I think I think Denver makes quick work of them in game 4. And we'll see the Timberwolves next year. We'll see if they want to
trade Rudy.
I mean, he's got that.
Let him go.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, I guess everybody can be traded, but I don't know if any. Who wants Rudy now? Like, you know, especially after what they gave up to get him.
But you think they'll cut him?
No, you know, I don't think they'll cut him because, I mean, I just don't see him just throwing all that money away. I mean, because it's still kind of against the cap and stuff. I think Towns is the only thing they can get something back for. But I mean, Towns has shown you ain't gonna win nothing with him. Like he too temperamental, man. He ain't reliable. He ain't a reliable star. He a regular season player.
He wasn't really regular season this season because he missed a lot of games.
Yeah, I mean, but he doesn't do in the playoffs what he does in the regular season. Now,
a lot of players is like that,
but not your 1 or 2 best player isn't like that.
Man,
you can have players on your team like that, but it can't be your first player or your second player.
Excuse me for what I'm finna say. You know, I'm apologizing, but you know, Steph had he wasn't showing what he was playing, how he was playing in the regular season, in the playoffs. He wasn't playing like that. If let me say about their first championship run.
So you're saying that you're saying he didn't play good on the road. He didn't play like he did in the regular season.
He didn't play like he didn't play. He didn't play in the playoffs like he did in the regular season, and that was the whole knock on him for a minute. You know, that he wasn't the same player when it came to the playoffs. And I kind of noticed it, you know.
Didn't want to talk on it.
But I didn't want to speak on it, you know, out of respect. for the greatest shooter in the game.
Yeah, I mean, but
he's made amends to
but
that.
I mean, but I'm talking, but like
that he's the one player. He's the one player.
He didn't.
And he snapped out of it.
I mean, but I almost want to say like during that regular season, Steph was so dominant and just so crazy that it'd be hard to duplicate that in the playoffs, especially when everybody's paying attention to you. So the fact that I'll say Steph maybe dropped off maybe 10 to 15%. Instead of 30, he was averaging 25 or something like that. Like he wasn't quite doing what he did in the regular season, but he was still reliable. He was
definitely reliable, but he wasn't that spectacular.
Cat hasn't been reliable. Like he ain't been giving you 50%. Like he ain't giving you. He's dropping off like 30%.
A drop off is a drop off.
Nah, they ain't the same. They ain't the same, man. They ain't the same. That's like like the biggest drop off that I can remember personally is LeBron James in the 2011 NBA Finals against the Dallas Mavericks, when in the regular season he averaged like 28 a game with his MVP, 28 and a half a game, and then in the NBA Finals he averaged like 18. A 10-point drop off, that is crazy. They said it's the biggest drop off ever of an MVP from the regular season to the finals. So, yeah.
Well, Steph and LeBron ain't nothing. They ain't the same.
Right. But yeah, but Cat. It's only his second playoff. Playoffs.
So he got to work it off, just like Steph had to work it off. I ain't willing to. You just will almost. You trying to throw him in the dumpster juice. He ain't in the dumpster juice.
No, because he actually played. Like dumpster juice don't even play. So, yeah, I ain't gonna give him dumpster juice, but he just ain't reliable, man. If he your best player or your second best player, you ain't doing nothing.
Okay.
You ain't doing nothing because you can't rely on him. And nobody can do nothing with a player they can't rely on. So,
I just think they need a third guy. Besides Ant-Man and him, they need a third guy.
You thinking like Michael Jordan? What you think? What kind of third guy you?
Well, Michael Jordan was never a third guy. He was always the first guy.
That's my point. Like they need a first guy if Cavs could be in there.
Ant could take him and be their one option.
And then they need a two because it ain't it. Cat ain't it.
Well, he could be the third option, but they need somebody else to slide into that spot.
Yeah, Cat's like he Lamar Odom or
You gonna quit talking about Lamar Odom, man.
I like Lamar Odom, man. He was cold.
Man.
Lamar Odom was cold. Like one night a week, he was cold.
No, man, he was
like
good
one
for
night
at
a
least
week.
three.
He was cold.
He was good for at least 3, man.
Nice a month.
Can't keep doing that. Man. I ain't gonna keep letting you besmirch.
No,
Lamar Odom.
My only thing is just Lamar Odom wouldn't be dominant every night. Like he'll give you 1 to 2 nights a week.
But you gotta understand. He would only give you what Kobe would allow him to give. You know what I'm saying? Because Kobe had to be Kobe. You know what I'm saying? And so he had to kind of back up and just see how Kobe or what was needed.
Well,
and a lot of times, wasn't a whole lot to be needed when you had Mr. Bryant out there with the ball. All he had to do was just fill in the spaces. And he did that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a couple nights a week. Yeah, a couple nights a week.
That's all he had to do. That's all he had to do.
But that's what Karl Anthony Towns did. He needed to be relied on a couple nights a week. So, if they're gonna hold on to him, they need somebody who can carry the load and play defense. Like I don't even know if I'd take the Timberwolves to do anything crazy, even if they had Kevin Durant on their team. If you drag and drop Kevin Durant on their team, I still ain't picking him to win the title. Like they need like a Hall of Famer on their team to even be thought of as a real contender. They need a Hall of Famer on their team, I think. And I still don't know if they winning anything with Karl Anthony Towns on their squad. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's just how I see it, man.
So you got Denver just going to sweep it.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, get the broom out. They going to the crib. Well, yeah.
So you got one sweep in the East, and then you calling for Denver to be the other sweep in the West. Okay. Now the other series would be the Los Angeles Clippers against the Phoenix Suns.
Okay, I was when you said Los Angeles, I only thought of one team. My bad. My bad. The second team of LA.
The LA team with no stars.
Yeah, well, yeah. Well, they got a star.
Who?
I mean, Russell Westbrook's still a star.
Hey, and Russ been playing
balling. He been balling.
Shout out to you, Russ. Russ, you been doing your thing, man. You know they trying to write you off with the Lakers, but I know it's probably hard to play with LeBron.
Yeah.
Because he retards a lot of people's game.
Definitely.
But you showed that you still got it. You scored 37 points in, I don't know which game it was, but you scored 37 points in the game. And I was like, okay, Russ got it. Russ still there. What you think about that? And why?
About Russ? Oh, about LeBron?
No. About the Clippers.
Well, I think that, I don't know if this is like Russell Westbrook like showing that he's still a great player, or if it's just like this is just like the ultimate like masterclass in petty, like because these are like two grudge matches, like matches that he's playing against players that he's got like lifelong grudges, but will probably from here on out like guys that he will forever have some kind of feelings about.
Yeah, because he said that KD is soft as a cupcake. I've made mention to that before, even before we, went live. You tried to, disperse all of that. But Russ will tell you, and his other players, other teammates will tell you,
Durant is definitely emo.
Soft.
He definitely
emotionally.
I wouldn't call him soft. I call him emo. Like he
emotionally soft. You can't, man. Listen, dude had to grow up in the suburbs or in the house.
Yeah, I mean, but
he ain't come off the porch.
He's still mentally tough though. Like he still fight through it. He still fight through all that. Like
now he still will play.
Yeah,
he still play. His play don't dip.
Yeah,
but his mental strength. And I could tell that his mental strength wasn't good when he won his first title with the Warriors. And his mama had to grab him by the face. Y'all remember that his mama grabbed him by the face and had to give him some affirmations like you're still good and you're this and you're that and I told you was the champion. And he was like, okay, mama, yeah, mama, you right, mama. Come on, man, man.
He was happy, man. He was happy. He felt validated, man. Like
man, come on, man.
He a champion.
Come on, man.
Everybody else, you say, man.
Come on, man.
Hold on, man. He a champion.
No,
he a champion.
He a champion.
He an MVP. He a Finals MVP.
True that. He all that, but he's still soft, emotionally, mentally.
Yeah, I mean he's emo. He
wears his emotions on his sleeve. Yeah, you say something about him and he crying,
and he still gonna give you 50.
But he's still gonna cry.
Whatever.
We're gonna go in the house and cry.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I used to beat people up and cry. I had tears in my eyes after I beat them up. It's fine. It's cool. Like I ain't ashamed of it. It's cool. Nah, beat somebody up and got tears in my eyes. Man, he made me whoop his ass, man. Like but you got it when it's time to take care of business. Got to take care of business, man. You can be
Okay, but now what about the game though? Enough on that. What about?
I think that this is the ultimate pettiness, man. Like he hates Durant,
right? And
he hates Chris Paul, and he get to play both of them. Like, ooh, I'm locking everybody up. Yeah. I'm getting buckets on everybody.
I think Chris Paul has come and hit some timely shots, but Russell outplayed.
Oh yeah,
Russell outplaying him.
Yeah, Russell. Yeah.
Besides him, Chris
He
Paul
the best
being
point
50.
guard in the series.
Besides him being 50.
Yeah.
He old as hell.
Yeah, I mean,
his 20th year.
He ain't an athlete. He ain't athletic anymore. Not
that Chris Paul was ever athletic.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, not that he was ever like athletic, but
Russ has always been like one of the most athletic point guards in the game. Him and back in the day, Derrick Rose.
One of the most athletic guards of all time. Period.
Yeah,
like just a guard.
Him and Derrick Rose was like A and B.
I don't even
as far
care.
as
You can just say guards, period. Like Russell Westbrook, like pound for pound, like inch for inch, is more athletic than Kobe was. Like just athletic, like jumping and stuff. Like Kobe ain't got ups like that.
Negative.
Nah, Kobe.
Before Kobe had his knee injury, Kobe was wasn't no guard.
Yeah, I mean, Kobe was
guard as athletic as Kobe.
Like 3 inches. Well, nah, Vince Carter was more athletic than Kobe.
No,
you don't think Vince was more athletic than Kobe?
Better.
He was more athletic than Kobe.
He just dunked harder.
Kobe
had the complete package.
He definitely had the complete package. I'm just saying Michael Jordan's like an A+. Vince Carter's like an A+ athletic.
So now you just said 3 guards. Yeah. Now, so you think Russell Westbrook is more athletic than those 3 guards?
I think
Jordan, Vince Carter, and Kobe?
He was more athletic than Derrick Rose. Yeah.
Oh, I think
he was more athletic than Derrick Rose.
That was hard to say, man. The Chicago Derrick.
I think
Derrick Rose.
He's in that Jordan echelon of athlete. Just being an athlete, he's in that Jordan echelon. He ain't a Jordan echelon player, but as far as just running, jumping, and being explosive, yeah, he's up there with Vince Carter and Jordan. I don't think it's any debate. No. Like, I don't think it's crazy to say that he's athletically, like, obviously Vince is taller and Jordan are taller guards. They're bigger players. But he's every bit as athletic as they were.
He definitely wasn't as athletic as Jordan. That's
wow.
That's
wow.
I mean, I don't know. I know you're a younger guy.
He's a shorter player.
It don't matter. I mean, what? Muggsy Bogues won a slam dunk contest. I mean, you could be short and still be athletic, but so that ain't got nothing to do with it.
Muggsy had hops, but I don't think
he is not as athletic as Mike.
I think
he wasn't even as athletic as Kobe.
I think he's
Kobe was just was just a tick.
Kobe was
a tick down from Mike.
Yeah, Kobe.
Mike. If not, I think he was.
Kobe
was number 8.
Kobe's an A.
When Kobe was number 8, I felt like he was more athletic.
He's an A
than Mike.
You think Kobe was more athletic than Mike Jordan?
When he was number 8.
No, negative.
When he was number 8.
Negative.
Not when he was 24.
Negative.
When he was 8.
Negative.
Yeah, in your eyesight.
No, I don't think he was athletic as Jordan.
Yeah, in your eyesight.
Like Jordan was a superior leaper. He was more explosive than Kobe was. I think Kobe was more skilled.
Not in number 8. Not when he was number 8. Not when he had that youth on him. Not when he had that youth on him. Kobe, that youth.
Okay, so like this is the differentiation that I make. Like Jordan was an A+ and Kobe was an A. Whatever that slice is, just Jordan was just that slice. He had that slice on him. I ain't saying that.
Okay. I ain't gonna disagree with that.
It was and you got Jordan and Vince. I think
you ain't putting
apex.
You ain't putting Russell Westbrook in between that slice of Jordan and Kobe.
I am.
Ooh, okay, but that's how you see it.
He's one of the most athletic guards we've ever seen. I think he's more athletic than Derrick Rose. I think enough said. Enough said.
I see them as like twins,
Okay.
I see them as the same. They both. When Derrick Rose was doing his thing in Chicago, man.
I still think Russell Westbrook gets up higher. Alexa, what is Russell Westbrook's vertical?
From moviecultists.com. When he started his NBA career, Russell Westbrook's vertical jump was 36.5 inches. Would you like to know what position Russell Westbrook played at?
No, thank you. Wow. Okay. Well, I guess it don't seem like a 36-inch vertical.
Say thank you. Okay. Now.
Okay. All right.
He's athletic. We both agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
You just place him in a higher echelon than what he really actually is.
Mm-hmm.
But that's cool. Because I placed Kobe in a higher echelon than what he probably is.
Yeah.
So it's just how you look at it.
Right.
I respect that. But Russ is playing lights out.
Correct. But the problem is Russ is the only one playing. And that's the problem.
No, they
Kawhi ain't playing.
No, there's
Kawhi ain't playing.
No Paul George.
Yeah, so
but
he out there.
Norman Powell,
who was in the 6th Man of the Year discussion. That Norman Powell.
But he playing though.
He got to.
He playing decent. He playing good.
Yeah, because he got to start.
Right. He playing. He stepping up. Next man up. He in that next man up phase. The next man up role. He playing.
Next L up. Next L up. They the next one there. They going home in 5, man.
That's going home in 5.
They going home in 5. They going home.
Okay.
And Devin, listen, just to talk about the Suns. It's kind of been a struggle for the Suns. You still see Kevin Durant acclimating and deferring, but
he didn't do that when he played with the Warriors.
Yeah, but the positive side of that is
soft ass.
He's got Devin Booker, who is he going to get it though. Book going to get it. Devin Booker has been the best player.
But see, the thing about how Book is playing and how Steph played, Steph was willing to take a back seat and let Kevin Durant do his thing.
Right.
You know, so because he knew he was fragile, fit. I mean, you know what I'm saying, emotionally and stuff like that.
Right.
So he realized that, and he let him go on, man. Go ahead, do your thing. Book is like, no,
This is my team.
This is my team, and I'm playing. See, and that's the difference. See, Steph is a real teammate, team player. You know, not to say that Booker ain't, but Book ain't willing to take that role. Book ain't got that in him.
I would throw Jokic in this discussion, but Jokic hasn't earned that placement yet. But I think amongst the top 10 players of all time, Steph is the most unselfish one we've seen.
Exactly.
Well,
he is. He is. Ain't nobody more unselfish. We definitely know it ain't Mike.
Well,
we definitely know it ain't Kobe.
I started thinking about Magic, though. I started to think about Magic. Is he more unselfish than Magic? Maybe I can't say that. Maybe I can't say that. But at the least, he's just as unselfish as Magic is.
Since Magic.
He's just as unselfish.
Let's go like that. Since Magic.
Yeah. So, in the top 10 players of all time, there's no one more unselfish than Steph is.
Right. Exactly.
And so that's
great teammate.
That's a unique characteristic to have, and that's kind of what makes those guys. Is that
he's a great player. That's such as great as he is, to be able to just step back and let somebody else get some shine in.
Right. And that doesn't breed jealousy. It doesn't have jealousy festering in your locker room.
Right.
Now, actually, I guess there was some jealousy because when Kevin Durant was there, it was jealousy. But I think it was just because Kevin Durant
had all the jealousy.
Yeah, Kevin Durant.
He the one that had the jealousy.
Yeah,
it
that's
wasn't
what I'm saying.
Steph.
Yeah,
it was Kevin because they were still saying this Steph team, bro. Relax yourself, calm down.
Right.
And he got all fragile.
I think that was.
I don't want to play here no more.
Yeah, that was the thing.
Yeah.
It was that.
Yeah, it was some jealousy.
Kevin Durant was the best player on the team.
My guy.
And he was the best player on the team.
No, he wasn't the best player.
He was the best player on the team.
He just was. He had
the players will tell you who was the best player.
He had that role. Steph gave him his role. So he was rocking as the best player, but he really wasn't the best player.
He was the best player on the team. I'm gonna say it.
Nope.
I'm gonna say it.
Yeah, you gonna say it because that ain't your team. My team, he was not.
And defensively, Kevin Durant was the best player.
He definitely wasn't the best player defensively. We still had Draymond. We still had Andre Iguodala, and he was good.
As a two-way player, wasn't no Warrior better than him. As a two-way player, Draymond ain't better than KD.
His defense
he was protecting the rim.
His defense was. You ain't gonna tell me that Kevin had more better defense.
Kevin Durant was protecting the rim. He was their rim protector. He was the one blocking shots.
No, he would come.
It wasn't Draymond.
He would come from. He wasn't locking his man down. He would come from.
He would come from. Down.
No, he didn't even lock LeBron down.
LeBron wasn't getting off on him. I know that.
But
LeBron wasn't getting off on him.
Well, it was more because Draymond was playing him too. It just wasn't Kevin on him. Draymond was playing him. Iguodala was playing him. You know, we was throwing a lot of people at LeBron.
That work for him. He ain't had that work for KD though.
You know, he just didn't produce how he normally produces because we was throwing a plethora, like that big word. He was throwing a plethora of athletes, defensive-minded athletes at him at that time. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, you know, LeBron did the way he did. But Kevin Durant was a good player both ways, but he was not the best defensive player that we had.
Well, I said offensively and defensively, he was their best player. Like as a two-way player. Okay. As a two-way player, he was their best player as a two-way player. You can say
I still would say Clay was. Because Clay was locking down everything on the perimeter. and he was locking down some wings. Yeah, I still say it was Clay. I still would say it was Clay.
They didn't put Clay on LeBron.
And they would throw Clay would be on LeBron too. They was throwing a plethora.
I don't think he was worried about LeBron. I don't think LeBron was worried about Clay.
He might have not been, but he still didn't produce as well. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't all KD.
The 2 Finals MVP spoke for me. Speak volumes.
Yeah, well, he should have had one. But anyway.
Yeah, but I think that Booker's been the best player in that series. I think he's been the best player in the playoffs so far. We're 3 games in for most of the series. And he's leading that team right now. We'll see if Kevin Durant tries to assume the reins later. But right now it seems like Durant's content being a passenger, which is fine, Yeah, as long as Booker's throwing up 40 every night, I guess it ain't no point. And why try to force it?
Yeah, them 40's gonna run out though.
Yeah, and they will, but the problem with what's going on now is that after game 1, Monty Williams has been playing Kevin Durant and Devin Booker 40 plus minutes every night. I mean, it's cool when you got 3 nights of rest, but these games are about to start coming every other night.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe Devin Booker can do that. You don't want to put those kind of minutes on. I mean, Durant's been in and out of the lineup all year.
So basically what you're saying is that's indication of fragileness.
No,
that's not durability.
He's getting overworked. They're overworking him. It's a difference between fragile and just him being, like an older player. He's like an older player. Kevin Durant's an older player. I mean, it's fine to say that. He's like 35. It's fine to say he's an older player. And he is. But you can't have him playing 40 minutes a night. He ain't gonna last like that.
Gone and playing him 40 minutes, man.
I mean, you just got to get him down to about 36, man. Because the playoff minutes are tougher than regular season minutes. They just are.
I know.
And so
I know.
And so they need to try to see if they can do whatever they can do to try to get Durant's minutes down, because it's not going to get any easier. Because next they're going to have Denver up next, and he's going to be guarding. I mean, Michael Porter Jr. is going to be easier to guard than Kawhi was, but he ain't playing Kawhi no more. He only had to worry about Kawhi for 2 games. Mm-hmm. So it's only going to get harder after here. And then, if they can beat that, then they're looking at somebody else. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, could be Clay, could be Wig, could be, guess it won't matter if it's like Kevin Huerter or somebody, but that'd probably be fine for him. It could be LeBron, So we'll see. But I think they wrapped the series up in the first round. Doesn't look good for Kawhi coming back.
They wrapped the series up in 5?
Yeah, they up 3-1. I think they go ahead and wrap it up.
Okay.
And that's it for that. I mean, you got anything else to say about the Clippers and the Suns?
Nah. I ain't got nothing to say. Although I ain't seen DeAndre Ayton though, but
he's been playing. I mean, he's been doing okay. I mean, they lost game 1 with them doing too much Ayton and Chris Paul action, the two.
Trying that Lob City Bull.
Yeah, this.
That's over with, bro.
Instead of playing through their first and second best player, they were playing through their third and fourth best player. Nah.
4th and 5th.
Who's the third player that's better than them? Who's the third one that's better than both of them? Oh man.
Okay. Now the next series is
the main event.
Co-main event. Memphis and the Los Angeles Lakers. The Memphis Grizzlies and the Los Angeles Lakers. Now you've picked Memphis.
I picked the Memphis Grizzlies.
And the Lakers are up 2-1.
Yeah.
And
you picked the Lakers.
And I don't.
You know what? You don't feel good.
I don't know. I feel good about my pick. I just don't like Memphis.
Okay.
I don't like Memphis.
Okay.
Period.
What did you like? What did you like about Memphis? What did you like about the Grizzlies?
They talk too much and they ain't did nothing. You know, they got this bravado, this attitude, like they, you know, and they ain't did nothing, man. You know, they ain't did nothing. And I don't like that one guy that light skinned
Dylan
guy.
Brooks.
Yeah, I don't like that light skinned guy, man. Somebody, man, listen.
They definitely have a lot of talkers.
Too much talkers.
They definitely have a lot of talkers in their squad.
But I do like Ja. Don't get me wrong. I like the name on the back of the jerseys as far as the name across the front. I don't like Memphis. I like Ja.
Okay.
That boy Desmond Bain, he pretty decent. And Jaren Jackson.
It's been kind of a struggle for him in the series, though.
Yeah, but Jaren Jackson, I like that guy too.
Yeah, he's the real deal. He's the real deal.
Yeah.
I mean,
he got an ugly 3-point shot though. His shot is ugly, but
he's decent, man.
He be knocking them down.
Yeah,
he knocks them down.
He's fluid to be as big as he is, which is kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Defensive Player of the Year, but Anthony Davis has been kicking his ass.
Okay.
You know, so Anthony Davis has been the best player in the series.
So AD broke out his shell, huh?
Well, I wouldn't say broke out his shell. He's been playing like this for the last 2 months, and he's just keeping it rolling.
Okay.
He had an off game in game 2. You know, they were kind of blitzing him defensively when he got the ball. They would blitz him, and that threw him off. And so they made adjustments for game 3, and he was his dominant self in game 3.
Okay.
So I picked Memphis. The only thing I have is that Ja Morant in the second half, he started to look like Ja Morant. It seemed like
he scored 45.
Yeah, 45
with an L.
And
with an L.
Yeah, with an L. He was hitting threes, which is kind of fool's gold for Ja. So
because he's not a real actual 3-point
shooter.
shooter.
Yeah, keep that. You know, you want to monitor that. Make sure he
minimize that.
Shoot a whole bunch of threes from here on out. But he started getting to the cup like he can. He started to act like he was Ja Morant. And so we'll see if he can build upon that. And it was giving confidence to some of the players on the team. So I think going into game 4, they know if they can win this game 4 and even this series up, I think they'll be fine.
But what they gonna do? Oh, they said that the Nutcracker won't be suspended.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah,
Dylan Brooks,
yeah,
AKA the Nutcracker.
Yeah, I don't.
He won't be suspended, which he should be suspended. You know, you don't do that. You don't do that to no man. That move right there is like a.
Now, was it worse than Embiid's Nutcracker?
Both of them should have been suspended. That's what I'm saying. Both of them guys should have been suspended.
Okay.
You know, you don't do that. That move right there, Dylan, that's reserved for women. That's a woman move. You know, you don't do that to no man, no other man. You know what I mean? You got this. You know what I mean? You don't want nobody doing that to you. You should know how that feels. Mm-hmm. I think everybody has been hit in that area one time or another.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
not a nice feeling.
Yeah, bro. You bogus for that, bro. You bogus. And
now, what do you think about? How do you feel about all that woofing that's been going on? How do you feel about his comments in the media?
He didn't stay in the game. He didn't stay in the game long enough for LeBron to put it on him. Because I've been waiting for LeBron to put it on him because he talking and
I was watching the game though.
Get him. And you know, I don't even vote. I don't even root for LeBron. I was get him. And then he did that whole move, man. That's a bitch move.
It was like I was watching the game and LeBron to have him isolated in the post and LeBron to defer. Like I was like, what are you doing? Take him.
But LeBron's done that all his career. He's always deferred, except for when it came close to breaking Kareem's record.
Yeah, about to say he was gunning all year.
Then he was gunning.
Yeah, he was gunning all year.
I mean, before this year, he always have deferred. He always would say, you know, I might have a good shot, but I see that one of my teammates have a better shot. and he always went for the better shot.
I don't know if that was Kobe.
Now we already know the type of mentality that
Kobe
that
gonna
Mamba
be like,
got.
oh, you want this 40?
Kobe,
Okay.
no, Kobe gonna stick 60 on
Yeah.
him.
Take this 50 piece.
Mm-hmm.
Go sit down, player. Yeah, but
Lemon pepper. Extra sauce, extra wet. You know.
But yeah, I mean, I know LeBron's old, or I mean, it's legit. He said LeBron's old. LeBron is old. LeBron 38. He 20 years in. Like, he ain't no spring chicken. That is a fact.
All right.
But somebody.
But he still got that work, though.
Yeah, somebody asked you to show him. You gotta show him. Like,
yeah.
And as long as, like, I get, you're being a veteran player and to not want to make it about you and to not get caught up in making it about you and being a detriment to the team by trying to force it.
Mm-hmm.
But when you got the matchup, I think that's a good matchup for the Lakers.
Yeah, that's what the fans would want to see. But LeBron just he think a little different.
Right. So
He's
the comments.
like
what do you think about the comments that he said? So you just
he want to poke the bear. He did poke the bear.
And the bear didn't do nothing.
The bear went down. He hit him in the man
the
region.
bear went down.
He poked the bear in the man region. And it was illegal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was illegal. Unsportsmanlike contact.
Uh-huh.
Flagrant to the 5th degree.
I mean, they were down 20 plus, though. Maybe he just wanted to get out of there. Like, man, it's Saturday night. Like, man, I can do something else. I'm in LA. I can be getting ready to do something else. Get my night started early.
He definitely told us that he pokes bears, and he did. He just didn't say where. Hey man, I'm gonna label you the nut grabber.
The nut grabber, right?
Yeah, man, you the nut grabber, bruh. Yeah, you need to cut that out, bruh.
Yeah.
But, so you still riding with the Memphis Grizzlies?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay with Memphis. I'm gonna stay with my pick here.
6, huh?
6.
And 6.
No, I said 7.
Oh,
I said
7?
Memphis. I said
Okay.
Memphis and 7.
Okay.
I said Memphis and 7. I said Kings and 7.
Okay.
I thought those would be the most entertaining series of the first round, and it's kind of playing out that way. I mean, the Lakers games probably hasn't been as competitive probably as the Kings games have been. But
you mean the Warriors series?
Yeah.
That's the Warriors series.
Oh, it's the Warriors series, ain't the Kings.
Nah.
Well, the Kings won most of the games
So far.
So far.
If I ain't mistaken, they playing right now. Yeah. So we got to hurry up and end this podcast so I can watch my Warriors
wave your blue towel.
do what we do.
All right. Well, I guess as far as the Lakers and the Memphis Grizzlies go, so you said you're good. You're still.
I'm still with the Lakers.
What's your prediction in 6? I think your prediction was 6. You staying with 6, or you think they wrap this up early?
I would say 6.
Okay.
I say 6. Lakers.
I'm still holding on to my 7. We'll see what happens. I mean, but in all actuality, it does look like the Lakers have this series they're in the driver's seat about all accounts.
Mm-hmm.
And man, I mean, just looking ahead, if the Lakers can beat them, if we can have LeBron and Steph one more time, man, before they get out of here, man, if we can have them one more time, man, I'll take it.
Yes, sir.
I'll take it.
Yes, sir.
I think I picked the Kings to win that series. Now I was gonna pick Memphis to win that series too, but I will not argue if both the teams I picked lost and I got LeBron and Steph one last time, because I do think that this will probably be the last time that we see those guys together. Even if they play next year, there's no guarantee that they meet in the playoffs.
Right.
So this could potentially be the last time we see LeBron and Steph in the playoffs together against each other, facing off.
Right.
And Steph has dominated that series.
Most definitely.
They're the higher seed, just by 1 though, 6 and 7 seed. So it'd be interesting to have a 6 and 7 on the opposite side of the region, where both teams could make the finals. I think people would really look at would be torn between picking Denver over the Warriors or Denver over the Lakers. I think a lot of people would honestly pick the lower seeded team.
Right.
So we'll see, man. I think just because those teams are lower seeds, that they still got the respect of the public, especially now. So we'll see what happens, and I can't wait, man. It's been a great playoff so far, minus the injuries. I really hate that Giannis has gotten hurt. In Miami, they're up in that series, but they lost, two of their better players. I don't like that Embiid isn't 100% now. I don't like that that Kawhi is out, as well as Paul George.
And Giannis.
Yes, I'm saying, yeah, Giannis. Yeah, he was the first one I said.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I mean, it looks real good for Boston as far as the East goes with no Giannis so far and a compromised Embiid. So it looks real good for them. And in the West is
It's still a clusterfuck.
Yes, it is. But it's great for us, man. As far as the fans, it is great.
I think the games in the West has been a little better than the games.
Oh, definitely. All the series have been. I can't say they all been more competitive, but I think the West is the more competitive side, especially with Giannis down and Embiid compromised. Hobbled. Yeah. So we'll see what happens this week, and I'll expect these. We'll be having a wrap up preview coming out next week, at least for most of the series. We might still have one or two still going on. I predict Cleveland and New York to go 7. So, and as well as Memphis and the Lakers, and then Sacramento and Golden State. So, but I think everybody else will be done sometime this week.
Okay. Well, you got anything else?
I think that's it, man. We hit everything.
It's been a good one.
Yes, sir.
Hey, it is what it is, and this is what we do when we throw.
Peace.
Hey, man, I appreciate y'all for pressing that play button and checking in with us. Hey, like, comment, and subscribe, and keep checking us out.
Yes, sir.
All right.